There's an increasing number of younger men who exclusively want to date older women. Now, that's according to the dating app field, which has seen this preference rise 64% in the past 2 years. So, why? Well, let's find out. Hey, I'm Amy, and you're watching Your Brilliance TV. So, the New York Times recently featured some quotes from men on why they preferred exclusively dating older women. The first said, I was really attracted to the level of emotional maturity that they could give me. Another man said, just the openness for a relationship, a real relationship, exclusivity, something longer lasting. Another man said, they tend to be more in their careers and they tend to be more peaceful when it comes to dating. Another said, really, because of a toxic dating world, they hate us all. Social media is like, men are trash. You know who's not saying that? The older ones up there. And one final man said, well, they're not ghosting me after 6 weeks. These men felt that women their own age were more immature, flaky, and judgmental. They felt that older women brought maturity to the table. They communicated, they were clear about what they wanted, and they had their own financial resources. There was less game playing and more spaciousness. Older women don't expect that the younger men they date will financially support them or often start a family with them. They're direct about what they want and what they don't want. And that is music to these men's ears. Now, there's two ways to look at this trend. On the one hand, it can be positive. Age is no longer such a barrier for attraction. Now, in part, that is due to modern beauty trends. We no longer have to look and feel our age. You can think about that famous meme that compared the Golden Girls to the Sex and the City ladies. So, women in these relationships often find that they have more equality with a younger man. He may treat her more respectfully than a man her own age. He also brings fresh energy to her life. Sometimes the menopausal transition can inspire women to reinvent themselves outside their old roles of wife and mother. And this younger man is not going to force her back into that old role. He is going to inspire her to step into new ones. But on the other hand, this could also be a negative trend in some ways because sometimes younger men just want it easy. An older woman who doesn't ask much of him and is generous with her money can be the perfect partner, especially when she helps him materially and financially. So, ladies, always be careful about the potential of romance scams. A large age gap can also make inequality an inevitability. His immaturity starts to wear on her, and her settledness can hold him back. Now, the fact is, any big difference between a couple, whether it's age, culture, religion, or beliefs, will be tricky to navigate. So the key, I think, is to make sure to take it super slow. Don't jump into anything. Make sure you really enjoy each other before getting into anything physical. And be very careful where you find yourself stereotyping each other. You're a millennial, so you're a boomer, so you want to communicate expectations and boundaries really clearly. And if your partner refuses to deal with reality, like the fact that he might want biological children someday that you can't give him, then you need to factor in those limitations because love doesn't solve everything. Positive thinking is not enough. Life has taught us that. So, ladies, do you think you would ever be able to date a man much younger than you? Why or why not? Let me know in the comments. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you soon.